Now, time for the best part. The best part? What do you mean? A. Why did you put me in this? Master? And who's that guy? Erica. Stop. Master is waiting. I can't move at all. My legs. Help. Someone. Yes. I'm a slave. Later. Must. Serve. Master. Must. Serve. Master. Yeah. An extra power for me. Thank you so much for bringing her here, Erica. Glad you like it, Master. Don't forget to like and subscribe, or this doggo will come to your room. Maybe what happens to people as a child has an effect. Wow. Raffy after personally killing hundreds of people for no reason. I'm the one who knocks. Any powerful female ruler. Contemporary historians who didn't like her. Or learning about history through books. Learning about history through the campaigns in Age of Empires. The crew of the USS Texas, explaining their plan to the captain about flooding half of the ship during D-Day. Ask your crush to date you. Write a poem with 6,000 stanzas and dedicate it to her. Switzerland and Liechtenstein between 1939 to 1945. Keep absolutely still. Its vision is based on movement. Australia. Civilization. Lack of domesticable plants and animals. Ulysses S. Grant just before he died. Water. Me a Greek mythology enjoyer, seeing a new show/movie based on it. Hades is the villain. Roman guards watching an elephant come down from the Alps. That's a first. The Buchanan family in Maine watching 5 storks drop off a massive 35kg baby on their porch. A family of Jotuns in Norway looking at the really tiny baby a stork dropped off for them. 2000 Mexican revolutionaries. Surrender, you're completely surrounded. 36 soldiers of the French Foreign Legion. Bully. A challenge. I love competition. Medusa in modern retellings. Woe is me, I'm so innocent and beautiful and sad. Medusa in Greek myth. I ducked Poseidon, and I'm going to kill you. Abbasids. Anyone can recognize our divine authority by our holy cube. What cube? Frederick the Great doubted the size of his kingdom, was religiously tolerant, fought with his troops on the front line, improved agriculture, and made Berlin into a cultural center. Maria the Sad lost her richest territory, persecuted non-Catholics, fought her wars from a palace, supported torture, and was a bad mom. Paris, brother, can you please help me? Hector. Sigh. What is it you want, brother? Paris, I sort of kidnapped King Menelaus's wife Helen and now the Achaeans are pissed off at us. Hector. You what? It's called the First Anglo-Afghan War. It was so botched that everyone died. The end. Point of view. You're a Dutch citizen in 1672 and you notice your steak at the community feast isn't steak. You are an Ottoman sultan during the 17th century. Panic. You have Janissaries to keep you safe and fight wars for you. Calm. They do not like you. Panic. Wake up, NATO. We have Serbia to bomb. No, I don't think I will. Tax the living. Tax the dead. Ascend empire. Ottoman forces watching the very will of God being subverted by Polish guys with wings. I just thought of something. What now? How long did it take for peasants on the fingers to find out the Roman Empire fell and now they have no country? Snowed in Northeasterners watching the 1979 Daytona 500. Them watching the next week's race. Rome fell in 476. Rome fell in 1453. Rome fell in 1922. New Gnostic Christian learning about the demiurge. I know this sounds crazy, but I think we're in the bad place. For you Jews, the day Cyrus the Great restored your temple and lands was the most important day of your entire history, but for me it was Tuesday. Vietnam after winning 2 wars against USA and China, then invading Cambodia to end the genocide. I'm not in danger. I'm the danger. Christianity. Japan. The Dutch. Sensible leader selection. Crazy emperors. Imperial Romans. Nazi researchers. Hitler. Erkin Rommel and Gerd von Rundstedt expecting V2 support. How do we tell him? I'm an indigenous Australian who has never met a white man. I'm having a great day in the outback. The Brits nuked my home. The Brits nuked my home. I bet he is thinking about other women. Me, how the duck did Thailand remain independent from the European powers? Archaeologist. That's strange. Where did all the skeletons from the Battle of Waterloo go? The 19th century peasants who dug up the bones to sell them to the sugar factory. Alfred Dreyfus shows clear evidence he isn't a German spy. The French government. No. Indian Nanda having 250,000 army. Chinese warring states losing 100,000 annually. Alexander the Great 45,000 army. Did you do it? Yes. What did it cost? 40% of our annual budget. Our army killed 150,000 Americans in Okinawa. Also Roosevelt died of shock when he heard it. Please just stop reporting fake casualty numbers. Liberal. If George Washington existed today he would be woke. Republican. No, he would not be woke. George Washington, if he exists today, where can I buy slaves in this Minecraft? History in school. History as a hobby. Me looking at the Ptolemy family tree. Yeah. No. This whole thing is a circle. But not a real circle, more like a freaky circle. You know, my army could totally defeat yours and conquer your country. Dude, what? Ever heard of dark humor, buddy? Welcome to the salty spittoon. How tough are ya? I slapped a guy. Yeah, so. It was Stalin. Right this way. Sorry to keep you waiting. When you accidentally cause a massive famine. Lemao. 450 BC. BCE. Sparta. We will destroy Athens and dominate all of the Greek Isles. Athens. No. The Delian League will remain on top. March 12, 1996 AD. CE. Sparta. We should finally sign a peace treaty. Athens. Lol, totally. Dad creating the Inferno book after seeing the institutions that God gave to the humans to serve humanity well, only for it to be defiled by corruption. When Europeans say everything good has come out of revolutions, but you are a nation. Former Eastern Bloc cities be like classic and modern architecture, communist era architecture. The Malaysian Federation to Singapore on August 9th, 1965. Get out. Died 1475 Radu the Handsome. Born 1478 Philip the Handsome. Welcome back the Handsome. Shut up. My dad works for the UK and can get your entire neighborhood addicted to opium. Genghis Khan. Oh yeah, I have this timeline. Never ask a woman her age, a man, his salary, the CIA did to the Al-Qaeda POWs in Guantanamo Bay. Here's a picture of a medieval cat's paw print all over ancient manuscript from 900 years ago. He wanted to help his owner with the writing. Morocco, who decided not to screw with the US boats, watching their Barbary neighbors get blown to high hell for doing the exact opposite. Neat. It's summer. They invented clay, which they used to talk about wheat. They had a lot of fun. European affairs during 1845 to 1851. England. Ireland. The Ottoman Empire for some reason. This has always bugged me. Who is copying who here? There is an unlimited number of colors and designs and you both chose the exact same thing. It's just pure laziness. We both had eagles, but Italians lost theirs in Germania. I don't know, just accepting that Japan doesn't want to trade with you. Oman. Open up them gun ports and scare them. Yemen. Mansa Musa's pilgrimage to Mecca. End of the Memellion Empire's golden era. 1940. Well, looks like France is under occupation. Looks like we have to adapt. 1941. Hey, the Nazi invaded us. You can fight now. Yes daddy. Learns to throw ducking rocks. Sorry, but the evolutionary arms race ends here. Italy against literally everyone. Italy that time in 1911 to 1912 against the Ottomans, when it's time to conquer a useless desert. How Douglas MacArthur portrayed himself. How everyone sees him now. This ducking sucks actually. Literal coolest thing ever. British sailors. Admiral Juice. In medieval Germany, married couples could legally settle their disputes by fighting a marital duel. To even the field, the man had to fight from inside a hole with one arm tied behind his back. The woman was free to move and was armed with a sack filled with rocks. This onion won't make me cry. There are 6 ancient wonders of the world that are gone forever. Ottomans in 1914 remembering the concession of Cyprus to Great Britain. It was just good business. Are you heathens traders or raiders? Yes. I can't wait to learn more about post-colonial African history. Random general takes power, becomes a dictator and kills 100,000 people, gets assassinated and replaced by another violent general who kills twice the amount of people. When you're about to trigger an animal's fight or flight response. And it's a flightless bird. Central Europe circa 1863. This is fine. Dracula. The cooler Dracula. When you killed so many Soviet soldiers that they placed a bounty on your head. Skill issue. Plato. Socrates. Writing is an inefficient way of conveying knowledge. People only know of you because I wrote down some of your lesson. Socrates. 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 US on slavery. Slavery is horrible and it will stop. Also the US with natives. Knife goes in. Gut come out. EA Nazi. Sorry for selling really shitty copper. It will happen again. Scotland, after bankrupting themselves trying to make colonies, joining together with England, and then becoming a disproportionately large contributor to their colonization efforts. How do you do, fellow oppressed victims of the English? American justice in World War II. For crimes against humanity I sentence you to 4 years in prison. Okay. Soviet justice in World War II. The minute you stop playing the piano, you're dead. Ready, set, go. Eastern Europeans seeing Turkic tribes attacking them for the 10th time in a single year. Katerina Sforza, a chemist, after finding out how to create a false gold and using said gold to give to her grandfather's political ally. Turkmenistan. What's going on in there? We've opened a gate the hell is Uzbekistan. What happened to my 10 commandments? I'm sorry baby. I had to smash those 10 commandments. Helmuth Hubener. Berlin Gestapo. Special People's Court and local Mormon leaders. Wow I must die, even though I have committed no crime, so now it's my turn. But your turn will come. World War I was no one's fault. World War I was Germany's fault. World War I was everyone's fault. World War I was capitalism's fault. Poland in the 1990s be like, let me in. Let me in. Prussia's military performance in wars. Prussia in the 7 Years' War. Prussia in Franco-Prussian War. Prussia in the Fourth Coalition. Monsieur Gallois, as the architect of France's nuclear strategy, why are French nuclear warheads aimed at Germany rather than the Soviet Union? It's simple. Really, I'm just nostalgic. Ugandan men showing a British man Lake Victoria so he can discover it. The rise of the Achaemenid Persian Empire. I must unite the Medes and Persians. I'm Cyrus, King of Kings, and this is just the beginning. The fall of the Achaemenid Persian Empire. Billions have fled. Armies have crumbled. Persepolis has been sacked. The King of Kings is dead. The empire is finished. When your husband keeps the sacrificial bull, so for revenge Poseidon makes you fall in love with the bull and get ducked by said bull in a wooden cow, which produces a monstrosity that feeds on humans. Jazz music stops. I have two sides. Primary building material for castle circa 950 AD. When you serve hundreds of years of human war, only for a stupid dog to be claimed their best friend. Advanced naval warfare. He does exactly what I do. Like battles. But on boats. But better. Other kings in the Bronze Age. Here, we have our newest bronze daggers. We have ones too, but ours are better and longer. King Tutankhamun in the Bronze Age. My king, your dagger made up of iron from the rocks of outer space is ready. Great. I shall put this in my tomb one day. The Gordian knot. Chilling. Alexander the Great. The Nile River. Us Egyptians can predict the flooding of the Nile using the Nileometer. We measure the height of the Nile, which determines how fertile the land would be. The Yellow River. The Yellow River has flooded. Billions have died. The people are revolting. The mandate of heaven has been lost. Myth. Duck you Tesla. I will personally screw you over out of jealousy for your genius. Duck you Edison. You stopped me from making power free for everyone forever. Reality. Here, have a medal for your evolutionary work. Thanks. I gotta go home now and not pay my debts for my over budget failure tower. The soldiers watching the women carried their husbands on their backs because according to their negotiation, the women can leave along with anything they carry. Hold the duck up. King Conrad III laughing his ass off after he realized got tricked. Goths. Misinformed people. Medieval doctors when they drill a hole in someone's skull and end up killing them rather than relieving them of their headache. Historical reputation of Germany during the last 2000 years. Historical reputation of Germany during that precise period. The bar tab of a 1787 farewell party for George Washington is still intact. The founding fathers drank 54 bottles of Madeira, 60 bottles of claret, 8 bottles of whiskey, 22 bottles of porter, 8 bottles of hard cider, 12 of beer, 7 bowls of alcoholic punch. There were only 55 attendees. Stealth followed by short burst of speed to deliver the killing blow. Stealth followed by quick lunge to deliver the killing blow. Slow chase with rocks for hours or even days till the prey can barely breathe, vomits its lung out suckler's heat stroke, and finally clubbed to death. When your society is defined by pederasty, you have a below average military record, you produce no great art, and your state is sustained by slavery and violence well beyond the norm of ancient Greece. But one movie treated you like the greatest warriors ever, so now people idolize you. England, come over. Denmark, I can't. You're too far. England, my king isn't home, and we have silver. Denmark. Guess how many women I have slept with? Damn, not that many. Don't worry, comrade from the west, we are just building a small decorative wall. Point of view, it's the 19th century and you were tragically born with a horribly disfiguring deformity. All laughing. No one. The British after trying leaf water in the 1600s. Germany could have won the Battle of Britain if they kept bombing airfields. Historians. Anyone who doesn't consume Waboo propaganda. Greece. Iran. Culturally influencing hundreds of other countries and empires throughout history. 1876 after the decree banning Catinus. Different pagans discussing religion. This is Mithra, the divinity of justice. I like him. I'm gonna add him to my belief system. Different Christians discussing religion. The Holy Spirit proceeds from the Father and the Son. You're the heretic. And your hat is stupid. You're excommunicated. No, it proceeds just from the Father, you heretic. No, your hat is stupid, you heretic. You're excommunicated. What people think the British in the American Revolution were like. Jolly good show. Give them a collie, gents. I saw what a lovely day for battle. What they were actually like. The origin of tea according to the Chinese. The origin of tea according to the Japanese. Korean women making their skin as pale as possible. Japanese women painting their teeth black. Chinese women breaking and binding their feet to make them as small as possible. Ancient Egypt exists. The Sea Peoples. Allow us to introduce ourselves.